1, 2, 3.
These are just flames burning in your fireplace. I hear your voice, and it seems as if it was all a dream. I wish it was all a dream. I see a world turning in on itself. Are we just like hungry wolves howling in the night? I don't want no music tonight. Every time I hear another story of the poor boy lost his head, everybody feels a little crazy. They go on living with it. Yeah, they go on living with it. These are just flames burning in your fireplace. I hear your voice, and it seems as if it was all a dream. I wish it was all a dream.
So Andy,
Yeah,
how you feeling so far?
good.
What are you excited about?
Today,
Yeah.
I'm excited to visit the museum.
Yeah?
Yeah, they go on living with it. Ooh, yeah, ooh.
It was like the Memphis boycott movement, and what that was triggered by was that 22 black men died in like fire in one of the factories, and nobody did anything about it. And then before that, 2 men were crushed like at the garbage disposal, and nobody cared. So then black activists, including MLK, they came and they kind of organized and had this movement to improve working condition, wages, and just general treatment. So that's why like they have a lot of historical things with that. This is the Economy Museum is one of them.
A lot of like art galleries that kind of bring you through different places and are more interactive. And that's kind of what it felt like, instead of just like a museum where you look at things and you're like, oh, well, this is this, and this dates back to this. It was more so an interactive and artful area where you would learn and kind of like love learning and watch learning and hear learning and experience it.
As the great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice.
Powerful experience being able to see who was affected by racism and institutional racism throughout the entire country.
When I hear about like oppression or like crimes or hate crimes and stuff like that, my automatic response is to get angry, especially on Facebook, like in Madison and stuff like that. And so I never really thought about it to be like, well, being angry or upset about it is not gonna like benefit me personally or benefit anybody, like matter of fact. So why not turn the hatred into like positivity?
We're in Montgomery right now, also known as the cradle place of the Confederacy, but it's also known as the birthplace of the civil rights.
bad time was the worst. It shows you all the things you lost.
So, you guys being here to do this for us over spring break has a huge impact on the lives of our families.
Just know that in here now, if you take the kids and go, I can't blame you for the things you know.
It's a rather efficient process, like Habitat is, and the volunteers are consistent. So even though you individually may not be consistent, they need, like, every group counts, whether it's 6 people or 30 people.
Just know that in here now, with 10,000 weight in gold, never feels like treasure until you lose it all.
And I think working on the roof was intense because I'm afraid of heights, and it was hard, but I liked it because I felt productive, and I felt that I knew what I was doing was right. I think, I hope.
Well, I pack my bags for the road. I grab my hat 'cause it's time. Yes, time is marching on. Well, if you see me out on the road.
Was mostly where a lot of black protests were held, and I don't know if you guys remember, but there were a lot of images of like people being kind of like hosed down and dogs, like including children. So this is like some of the images that actually took place here, and this was a very big turning point for the civil rights movement here because that was broadcasted. If you guys remember, like the museum, like that, the media kind of helped. Kind of turned the tide on the opinion of anti-segregationist policies. So when people saw what was happening in Birmingham, then people were like, wow, this is something that's happening, and the brutal images kind of like really provoked a lot of emotion from like the rest of the world.
Alright, so this is the Carver Theater where a lot of black jazz musicians were able to play. Even though New Orleans was the birth of jazz music, Birmingham actually became a very populous city with a lot of jazz musicians. So a lot of famous jazz musicians played here in the theater, and everyone from Birmingham came to see.
There was like an architect who wanted to make it safer for people, and so he was like, what would make this safe for people and more appealing? Because it would be like a commute for people, like kids go by there after school and stuff like that. It gets dark during the winter, so he was like, let me make this more attractive. So he just put rainbow lights to just make it less threatening.
In the city we don't know yet. Cross the bridges not yet burned, where the ice won't let us further.
I'll leave you with this. Just be conscious of where you stand in history, like where you will stand in history. Make sure it's on the right side, and the right side is what you decide. And always be an active listener, learner, and most importantly, like just be true to yourself and like just know yourself and know that what you're doing is good. And as long as you're doing that, when you look back, like you'll be sitting on the right side of history. That's it.
Take me to the attic ladder.
events were held in terms of like marches as well. And then this is where they held like training for like voter registration, just to like help them prepare like what to expect, because there was a lot of like voter discrimination in terms of like they would shut down the voting places early, or like the people who worked there would take like long lunch breaks.
Our grandfather's charm. Show the young trees in the orchard with the music on their branches. Keep them from the mouths of creatures who intend for them no good.
We literally stopped the car for this.
I think Jenna low-key wants to put it on top of us and like take it home.
Everything you could not utter. Wind will howl and moon will cower at the magic of
I just want to say thank you to the Bill Cronin Fund for funding this trip. Without it, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to travel, to learn more about the civil rights movement, and to be able to volunteer.
And we would also like to thank the Equal Justice Initiative, not only for everything that they do for the justice system, but as well as bringing us in and really showing us everything that they do, as well as Ryan Stevenson and the book Just Mercy, which was our Go Big Raid, for giving us the inspiration to really go on this tour of all the civil rights movements. So thank you.
Thank you, Professor Cronin, Lauren, Anna, Janice, Michelle, and Obike, and Nick, of course.
Thank you to Lauren and Anna for organizing this trip, and to anyone else who made this possible. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the Bill Cronin Fund for allowing CAE to go on the alternative break trip. Without your generosity, we would not be able to learn more about the civil rights movement and have many takeaways.
Thank you to everyone that made this trip possible.
Gracias.
Share.